morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pour. Um, Thank you for tuning in. Listen, you know what to do. Go ahead and start tagging people. Share this. Let's get people in the room. We've had great numbers every week since the beginning of the year, since we started back. And I want to keep that up. So let's push these numbers up, push it up, push it up, push it up. I got an interesting topic for today, as I discussed last week that I would be addressing this particular topic today. Um, you see the hoodie, fed up, give God control, He delivers. Deacon 517. You all hit up Anthony Suggs. He'll get you what you need. Yeah. Um, yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know what? $10:30. All right. Good morning to everybody. Welcome to the Pour. I need you all to, first of all, remember I got something coming up for you, and that is, there we go. We're at 100 now. All right, thank you. I got a lot on my plate coming up. February 16th, 8 p.m. My wife and I are going to talk about healthy balance systems of balance, marriage, family, ministry, how to juggle it all. We're going to talk about, we have a lot of hats that we wear, but we still have a personal life individually and as a couple. We still have, of course, children, and we pastor two churches, and we have other things that we do. She's itinerant in preaching. Um, I travel a lot with leadership development. So we're going to give those of you who have a lot on your plate, we're going to talk about it, give you some systems to follow and to glean. So I want you to go to our website and register for that. If you are a pastor, I want you to jump on my website, aaronmcnairjr.com. Go to capacity, and I want you to join our mentorship group. Our program starts in the month of March, and it's going to be absolutely great. We have somewhere around 24 pastors that have signed up thus far, and we want to see more. We got room for more. You all go to our website and register for that. Good morning to everybody. You all do a great job with tagging people. I appreciate that. You do a great job with tagging people and getting people in the room. And I believe that today is going to help. We are on Facebook and YouTube. So if you ever want to go back and watch some of the pours, it's easier to pull it up on YouTube than trying to scroll through my Facebook page to find it. So we are on Facebook and YouTube, and you can go back and watch those. YouTube under AMJ Ministries, and you'll find all of the pour videos. All right. Today, you mean to tell me that failure is okay? We touched on it last week, but I want to give it some more thought today. Failure is okay. Failure is okay. Catch this. There's a guy named Ryan Leake. He made a statement. He said, people risk failure when they try something new. People risk irrelevance when they don't. Say it again. People risk failure when they try something new. People risk irrelevance when they don't. I want you to hold on to that because many of us do not move forward. We talked about fear last week, I think. We don't move forward in what we feel that we could accomplish, what we feel we can do, because we fear failure. We fear failure. But you have to understand, number one, failure is a part of process. Failure is a part of process. Okay. Failure is a part of process. You have to expect some things to go wrong on your way to getting it right. Okay. You got to expect some things to go wrong on your way to getting it right. You got to expect some things not to line up the way you want it to line up when you're striving for great things. Nobody just sets out to do things and doesn't experience some levels of failure. Okay. My prayer is that you don't ultimately fail. Everybody goes through some type of processes of failure. All right. It's a part of what you do. It's a part of what you do. And failure helps you to learn valuable lessons. Okay. Now, here's what I need you to catch. Here's what I need you to catch. Many of us do not move forward because we fear failure. We fear the negatives. What if it doesn't work? What if they say no? What if I can't do it? Catch this. The energy that you use to think about the negative could be the same energy you use to think about the positive. It's the law of substitution, which is states law of substitution states that you can only have one thought in your mind at a time, whether it's negative or positive, but you have the power to substitute negative thoughts with positive thoughts. All right. So the energy that you use to think about them saying no, it's the same energy you can use to think about them saying yes. The energy you use to think about it going wrong is the same energy you can use to think about it going right. So one of the things that we have to do is think positive more. Yes, yes, yes. Think positive more. I see you, Renee. Think positive more. All right. Many of us, our past and how we have failed in the past keeps us in a place where we are always expecting the worst. Always expecting the worst, always expecting things to go downhill. But you have to change your perspective concerning failure. What lessons did you learn from failing? Because one of the things that you'll catch is the more expensive the failure, the less likely you are to repeat it. Yeah. You make a big failure that costs you a lot of money, you're going to learn something from that so that you don't repeat that. Right. So this is what that guy I was telling you about, Ryan Leake, says. And I want you to go check out some of his videos. He's a very motivational speaker. But he also says this. He says, fail as early and cheap as you can. Fail as early and cheap as you can. All right. In the beginning of your processes to going after whatever you need to go after, do it now. Try it now. Go ahead and try to work that. Try to do that. Try to get that done. Right. Fail as early as you can, is as cheap as you can. You can't afford to fail more when you get to the top. All right. Failure, catch this. Failure loses its punch in community. Can I tell you something? You got to have people around you who can speak positive. Got to have people around you who can speak to your potential, right? Failure would hurt you real bad if you don't have a good community of people around you, right? You have to also foster failure-friendly environments. This could be on your job. This could be working in ministry. Make it a learning experience and learning environment that when people around you fail, you become a motivator to show them the lesson that they can learn through this failure, and make them feel okay, not feel fine about failing, but understand that you learn valuable lessons from failing. All right. There's a problem if you fail and feel fine about failing, but it's different when you fail and then want to learn from the failure and take valuable lessons from the failure. All right. Failure should not make you quit. Okay. Please type that. Failure will not make me quit. Failure should not make you quit. You mean to tell me that with all the gifts, all the talents, all the callings, all the anointings that you have on the inside of you, you failed one time, you sinned one time, you did wrong one time, you didn't cross that T or dot that I, and so you're giving up on it all? Failure should not make you quit. Failure should not make you quit. Okay. Failure also loses its grip when you keep going forward. Okay. Failure loses its grip when you keep going forward. I failed here, but I'm gonna keep working. I'm going to the next thing. That didn't work. Going to the next thing. That didn't pan out the way I thought it would. Going to the next thing. Don't allow discouragement to overwhelm you when you fail. Okay. Don't allow discouragement to overwhelm you when you fail. When you fail, it's an opportunity for you to learn a lesson and keep going. Keep moving forward. Right. The ideal life or the ideal situation, chances are, is it coming? Okay. It's never going to just work out the exact way you want it to work out. All right. So what you think is ideal, no, the Lord may be showing you a lesson that you have to learn through this process. I know what you thought in your mind. Yeah, if I try this, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. No, it may not work out like that, because there may be some valuable lessons that you have to learn on your way to where you're going. So you're going to have to take some hits, take some bumps in the road, take some failures on your way to that place of success. Right? You are only failing if you're failing to learn. Please write that down. Type it in the text box if you would. You're only failing if you're failing to learn. Now, if you keep failing in the same place all the time, that's insanity. Insanity is failing the same way over and over again. If you're gonna fail differently. That's a way to measure your growth. Why do you keep failing with this? Why do you keep failing that way? Why do you keep failing the same way? Hope this is convicting someone. So if you're only failing if you're failing to learn. This is what Ryan Leake said. It was amazing when he said this to me. He said, when he said this in the setting, chasing failure, it spoke to me, can take you further than chasing success. Ooh. Chasing failure can take you further than chasing success. Sometimes success can spoil you, and failure can teach you. Did y'all catch that? Sometimes success can spoil you, and failure can teach you. So chasing failure can take you further than chasing success. Man. So you got to learn the positive outcomes of failure. All right. We learn resilience through failure. Resilience is our ability to recover quickly from difficulties and setbacks. In other words, resilience is toughness. Toughness. All right. If your failures knock you over, Are you unable to rebuild and bounce back after catastrophes, after trials? If so, that means you need to build up your resilience. And one of the ways to do that is to experience failure. Hmm? We don't choose to experience failure. Rather, we spend most of our time trying to avoid it. This often means choosing a safe path and not trying new things. Ugh. To avoid failure, we always try to choose what's safe and we don't try new things. How many of you up here have, watch this, you started a business, but you're not consistent in it right now because you fear failure? You could be making money on top of money, but you have allowed the pain of failure to override the hunger for success. Oh, yes. So we learn resilience, toughness through failure. When you fail, what did you learn from this that's going to make you stronger the next time? I'm just trying to help somebody because a lot of you have a lot of failed attempts, incomplete missions, businesses that are registered with the state but not with your bank account. Huh? If you would have kept going, what would that business account look like right now? You got too much in you for you to allow failure or the fear of failure to keep you from operating and pushing for success. I see y'all. I see y'all. I'm just trying to help you this morning. I'm just trying to help you this morning. So failure should build in you resilience, and then you grow stronger through failure. If you have experienced failure, then you know that because of that experience, you're a stronger person. Look at things that you did fail at, but you kept going. Look how you're better. Look what you've learned. Look how you've grown from that. You have to take that and apply no matter the level of the endeavor, right? One writer says success is 99% failure. Failure, catch this, fuels determination. Failure fuels determination. Most successful people will tell you that they have tried and they failed many times before reaching their goals of success. Most successful people will even tell you that failure was an integral and essential part of their success. Why? Because each time they fail, they learn something new. How can you expand if you're doing the same thing, always being comfortable in what you do? If you're pushing for success and the ride is comfortable, it's not success. Each time that you fail, or each time that they fail, they use the experience to motivate them again in a different way. All right. So the outcome of determination from failure applies to minor things like cooking a new recipe, playing a song on the piano, swinging a golf club. It also applies to major life goals such as career steps, running a marathon, or starting a business. Failures will temporarily stop you, but if you let them, they can provide fuel for a fire to keep you going and trying again. Failure fuels determination, right? Failure also builds character. Failing is one of the most character building experiences you can go through. Trying at something and failing will lead you to two options. Catch this. You can either be knocked down and ultimately fear trying again, or you can use it as a learning opportunity for personal growth. People who experience failure often gain humility, a fearless mindset, and self-evaluation. Failure allows you the opportunity to look back and acknowledge and take responsibility for what went wrong. Woo! Which means, wow, you even have to be humble to fail. Oh, wow. Experiencing failure can also help you to trust yourself and your abilities for future decisions. Catch this quote right here. Failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. Henry Ford. Failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. Failure is a powerful tool. There are so many positive outcomes of failure and endless opportunities for personal growth. Try embracing failure and finding opportunity in adversity. Embrace failure. Now, I want you to, here's some homework for you. I want you to go back and look at endeavors that you tried that you failed at. All right. For many of you, it's the business that you were not consistent with, that you were not disciplined with, that you did not continue to push. And I don't know why. It's 150 people up here, but I keep seeing Shamira and baking. But anyway, a lot of you have endeavors that you were not consistent with, that you were not as determinative as you should have been. You were not as disciplined as you should have been. And what did you go back and look at that? What can you learn from the failure of that? Let's make a list. let's make a list of why I stopped, why I failed, why I didn't remain consistent, and then let's attack that list. Amen. That's a good lesson, the lady Shamira, that you are now making the money for someone else that you could be making for yourself. So what did we learn from the failing of past endeavors? So make a list of that. And then I want you to humble yourself, get you some good water so you can digest it. Humble yourself, look at your list, and then make the adjustments. Let's learn from failure and not be afraid to see the failure. There you go. Why did that was a good idea. Why didn't I go through with it? What made me stop? What didn't I work out with the system of what I was putting together? I didn't do something right. I failed in some area. Okay, so what do we learn from that failure? And then embrace thinking positive. Think positive. When you fail, it didn't mean you weren't supposed to be doing this. Oh, Jesus. Woo! See, that's what many of you thought. You thought that when you failed, it meant you weren't fit for it. No, no, no. If you fail at it, it means you just started the first step. You thought that just because you failed, no, that's not for me. I couldn't do it. No, you got to stay in it long enough. Stay in it long enough. What did you learn? How do you just jump out and do something and you just supposed to do it right? You're just supposed to go all the way to the top. No, you're going to fail on your way to the top. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player ever. I'm not going to argue with you. But in his earlier seasons of the NBA and even in college and high school, he went through failures, right? He talks about how many times he failed, how many times he missed the game-winning shot, how many times he didn't come through. And today is the greatest basketball player ever because he learned from his failures. His failure pushed him to want to try again until where he failed became a place where he succeeded. All right. I failed so many times in so many services as a musician. Hmm? They used to put you on the organ, and when they started singing devotional songs, they put you on the organ, the experienced musician put you on the organ, and you think that you got their help if you can't play the song, and they would wait till somebody starts singing and walk out the sanctuary. Howard McNair has done that to me several times. Leave you hanging, then you got to figure it out. I have failed in service. I have failed in seeing the mothers looking at me like I was crazy, seeing the people looking at me like I failed several times in service, but it pushed me to want to do more, to want to try more, to want to practice more. If I failed in this song, now I need to go back home. I need to study this song. I need to get this song right. And then I need to apply this to other situations that would be similar in a church setting. So wherever you failed, how did you go to the place where you said, all right, I got to practice more. I got to do more. I got to be more consistent. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, sir, Cam. I've received the shoulder tap. You suck, get out the way. And it's a humbling experience that lets you know you failed, but you push to practice to get better so that never happens to you again. So you get to the place where you're tapping people on the shoulder and saying, get off the organ. Go ahead and push them drawbars in for me. All right, so that's your homework, you all. Go look at where you failed. Write down why. Be true with yourself. Face the ugliness. Look at the situation. Face the ugliness. Write down why you failed, why you weren't consistent, why you weren't disciplined, why it didn't work. What did you do wrong? Don't play victim. Okay? You're not going to grow if you play victim. What did you do wrong? Why didn't you succeed? What was your fault? And then let's learn from that. Let's see what lessons we can learn from that. Let's revamp some things so that the second time around, the next time around, we're able Family, I apologize. I don't know what happened. So we will continue this. Oh man, wait. Still got some people up here. I apologize. I have no idea what happened to our internet. It just went out. Everything just went out. Everything just went out at one time. All right. So I was giving y'all some it's Spectrum's fault. Yeah. I was giving you all some something to consider as it pertains to um understanding your failures, homework to go back and look at why you failed, what made you quit, what made you stop being consistent. I'm not starting from the top. So I want you all to take that and apply that to your homework. But there was something that I promised on last week that I would do, and I'm going to pull it up now. So my background's going to go out. But I promised that I was going to, there we go, there's my list, give away 5 tickets to Power Play, which is happening in Virginia Beach, Virginia in April. And I was talking about 25 names. Oh, it's still up. There we go. It's still up. 25 names. I wish I could pull it up on the screen. However, I got this little thing that my wife gave me, wheel of names. So the 25 names that signed up first, um, they're in this, and I'm just going to hit the spin, and whatever name comes up, um, I'm going to give a free ticket to on behalf of Impact Consulting Group. All right. So here we go. Netra Jones. Anetra Jones. All right. So that's the first name. All right. All right. So let's. Anetra Jones. Okay. Next one. Let's see if we can do another one. I wish I could have pulled this up on the actual computer, y'all, so y'all can see it. Okay, there we go. All right, next one. Name number 2 is Traniqua Williams. All right. I'm gonna have to go back in. There we go. All right. It's a cool little thing here. Ooh, Kaya King. 2 more. Up. Come on. What's the name? Hello. Jade Sutton. Right. I think it's the last one. I have to go back and remember these names. Dolores Prince. All right. So these individuals, thank y'all for typing the names in. All right. These individuals have a free registration to Power Play. So you go ahead and book your room. You're already registered as of today. book your room, and we'll see you in Virginia Beach. I'm going to be praying about another 5 tickets. But you all go ahead and book your rooms, and we'll see you in Virginia Beach in the month of April. Go follow Power Play on Instagram. Follow Lady Ashley so that you can all have the information concerning the great retreat that's going to happen in the month of April. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. She's excited about it. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to see it manifest, and it's going to be absolutely great. So we'll see you all in April in Virginia Beach. All right. Hey, you all have an amazing day. Remember, it is okay to fail. Make sure you learn lessons from it. All right. You all have a great day, and I will see you all next Tuesday.